And good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, and welcome to Dreamy Dreamland with Sensei Al Bob. Your griot here is to tell you a story. How hot is it? Freaking hot. We up here in the deep green have been quite blessed this spring and summer. Up until last week, we really only had 2 days of hot weather, like in the upper 80s. Right now, it's in the mid 90s, and we're up on the top of the mountain. So I'm underneath uh, for hills. At another friend's front of their house, hanging on their Wi-Fi and everything. So I helped them out a little bit, and I parked, originally in the shade, but then the sun moved and it kind of barbecued my car, and it's toasty with the mosty.
But states and cities across the U.S. are pushing ahead with policies to give renters relief. Last week, 3 LA municipalities enacted rent control. Massachusetts is weighing whether to put the measure on the ballot next year. And last month, Maryland's Montgomery County voted to adopt rent stabilization. If you're a renter, we want to know what your experience has been like. Is the rent still too damn high? Call us, 855-236-1212. If you're considered rent control or other rent regulation policies, would you support it or not? You can leave us a message at 855-236-1212. Or you can leave us a message on our app, 1A Vox Pop, and we'll get to your thoughts Tuesday on 1A. All right, let's get back to the Friday News Roundup. We're with Semaphor's Benji Sarlin, a political reporter, with Semaphore News, Libby Casey from the Washington Post, and Idris Kowloon from The Economist. Earlier this week, President Joe Biden and First Lady Jill Biden visited the devastation in Maui caused by these deadly fires.
Caused by space-based dude,
but it's still standing.
Directed energy weapons.
Survive for a reason. I believe it's a very powerful symbol. What we can and will do to get through this
crisis. Say, or this is going to happen to your neighborhood.
For as long as it takes, we're going to be with you.
So any kind of little rocket that
we will be respectful of the sacred grounds and the traditions that rebuild the way the people of Maui want to build, not the way others want to build. We're going to rebuild the way the people of Maui want to build.
Directed energy weapons.
At least 115 people are confirmed dead so far. Yesterday, Maui County officials released a list of 388 people still unaccounted for. That's a significant drop from the 1,100 people estimated missing at the start of the week. Idris, let's start with the number. How did officials get down to that list of 388 people missing from 1,100?
Yeah, how did they do that?
Well, they've needed the help of the FBI to get that list down. It's been, as you said, a difficult process for them. There are, at the moment, 1,000 state and local search and rescue officials and personnel on Maui. There are an additional 2,000 who are working on this. But it has been slow going to even get this list down to the point of 400 or so. And there are a few reasons for that. Maui is fairly remote. There were a lot of the cars that were on the island were burned. And unfortunately, the fires are so hot that identification of remains is very tough in some cases. Personnel are working with the ashes only. The other issue has been that DNA collection from relatives that is needed to generate a match has been pretty slow going. I think last I read there were only about 100 families whose DNA had been collected for this purpose in the century. It's very likely that some of those on that list are also deceased, and so the death toll is expected to rise.
Right, Idris, do we know what happened? Maybe your colleagues at the Washington Post are reporting that power company Hawaiian Electric removed power poles and other